Oh my God. What are they doing? Hello, welcome to Just Thinking Out Loud. My name is Desi-Rae. I care a lot about this topic, and so I'll be a bit impassioned while I'm delivering my message. The other day, I was talking to my parents, 2 days ago actually, and I was telling them that I was thinking of moving somewhere because that particular state in the US respected the Second Amendment. And I was explaining the Second Amendment means the right to bear arms. And my father said to me, "You want the right to bear arms?" And I said, "Yes." And my mother said, "If you watched her channel, you would know how she thinks about these things." And that's true. I don't make videos on gun control very often, but when I do, I probably come across as a gun nut. Someone said in my comments the last time I made a video about this, and I am, because the Second Amendment is really, really important. And I saw the news recently about the rally in Virginia, and I've kind of been following that there have been sanctuary states or counties popping up when it comes to the Second Amendment, but I haven't taken the time to make any video on the topic yet. So I'll kind of just go over what's happening with the Virginia rally and then go on about why I think this is so important and how much I support what people are doing in terms of saying, no, we are not for this, at least the people who are for the Second Amendment. I like guns. Not just because they're guns and the actual physical item. I don't really use them, but I'm very glad that they exist, and I understand how important it is that so many of the people around me that I interact with in my daily life have them, so that they can stop bad people who want to use them against me. I like guns, and I think that America is very lucky. So this particular video I'm making because of the recent rally in Virginia, but it's not just about Virginia. There have been mass shootings that have been going on all over the country in the past decade about. And in Virginia in particular, they're about to propose some what they call sensible gun control laws that many people are upset about. And it's important to note that they're able to pass these laws or consider passing them. They already passed some, and then they're going to maybe pass some more because they were elected. So there are people who specifically elected them because they were going to put into place gun control laws. However, many people in Virginia in particular, and also other states around the country, are completely against some of the laws they're proposing. I'll just very briefly say what laws there are. They're passing laws to limit the purchase of handguns to one a month, and also to have background checks for the transfer of firearms, and also to allow local governments to ban guns in parks and public buildings. The specific person passing these laws is Mr. Northam, and they also had a state of emergency implemented in anticipation of the gun rally that was going to occur, because they thought that it might lead to another incident of someone being killed as a protest in Virginia. I won't even say what it is. Apart from those laws, they also want to pass a red flag law that would allow officials to confiscate temporarily firearms from people who they think are unsafe to themselves or to other people. That one is likely to pass because they consider this a sensible gun control law, and it has been passed in other states in the country. And then another one that they're considering in Virginia is to ban assault style weapons, but that is not likely to happen because both Democrats and Republicans in Virginia are kind of against it. I'll put all my sources in the description, by the way. I completely agree with the sentiment that it just takes one small step, and then you can go further, and you can push a little bit further and a little bit further, always going off of the hysteria of the moment, which is right now you would say it's mass shootings, and eventually it's going to lead to people not having guns. This is already, I think, when you're trying to create gun-free zones and you're trying to make it so that only certain people can have a gun, and then the right that you have to the gun can be taken away just because some official authority says that you're too dangerous for yourself and others, so there's no ability for you to defend yourself against that. That's the purpose of the background checks in the first place, which is not something I actually agree with anyhow. And then you can have the right, but then it can be taken away at any moment. And also saying that you only need to have one per month. Like, we're going to stop you from doing it. If you're a bad person, you're going to get the guns another way. And if you're a good person and you're not going to do bad things to people with your guns, then why does it matter how many guns you have? The underlying purpose of guns, other than day-to-day self-defense, is self-defense at a time when you really need a lot of guns. And so you stockpile it, basically, if you want to. Not everybody is like that. So I don't agree with any of that. I'm also going to ignore all the appeals to current social trends about extremist groups. Only certain kinds of extremist groups are focused on, not all that actually exist, because I think that it's a distraction. Because anyone in a society all over the world, the right to self-defense as a human being and not outsourcing it to the government belongs to everyone. Of course, rights have to be enforced. They're not like naturally existing. So even them saying the right to self-defense is great for everyone, I understand that not everyone really has it. Only places like here in the US, or places where they strongly believe in the right to self-defense, which does not come from the cops or the government or your local police. That's your right to defend yourself and not have to rely on someone else to do it for you, who you can't really rely on. As we all know, it's like we all know that the police can be really corrupt. That's also something that people who push the "we need to ban guns because it's used in hate crimes" trope also acknowledge, and yet they're trying to take away the rights of people to defend themselves. Complete contradiction. Doesn't make any sense. I think it's great that there are counties, local counties, that are saying they won't enforce the state legislated gun control laws. There are also actual states. There was Alaska, Idaho, and another one I can't remember. I'll try to put a map up on the screen so you can see states where counties have passed Second Amendment sanctuary laws to try to combat these changes. I think that's awesome. This is an unfortunate reality of the democratic voting process. I'm sure people who hate Trump feel the same way too, that he was pushed upon them. And it's also the reality of cooperating in a society. We decide to have these fights every however many years, depending on the country you're in, because it's also beneficial to cooperate with people who don't agree with you in some ways. And maybe it's time that certain parts of the US split itself off because people's values just don't align enough for the benefits of corporation to be worth their rights being infringed upon. I don't know. I don't think that's that crazy. I hope it doesn't happen, because it's a lot of turbulence before the change in the end, and you also don't know when there's a vacuum of power. You don't know who's going to come out on top. So there are definite risks to that, but at the same time, I completely understand why people are marching for this, and I commend them for doing it. I just want to clarify again that the right to self-defense is not unique to any group of people. It's not just something you can pin on extremist groups. I think it's gross to do that. Every person on any country on earth has the right to defend themselves and not have to outsource it to anyone else, in my opinion. Asking people to not care about that is to deny human nature and history of what governments do to its citizenry, and also just criminals, and tell them to only focus on the present cultural context. And human nature is much bigger than that, and not having to do with what's going on in one specific society at a specific time, or even in a specific state, because you're asking other people who aren't experiencing certain things to give up their rights for the benefit of other people in some far away place. Not fair. I won't say that those who vote for gun control laws and what they think are sensible gun control laws don't have their reasoning. Of course they do, and it's in an effort to stop bad things happening to good people as well. However, I think it's foolish, and I think it's short-sighted. You can't legislate the negative side of humanity away. It will not work. The First Amendment and the Second Amendment, the right to free speech and the right to bear arms, and that is a reduction of what they actually say, they're really important because those are the rights that allow you to enforce all the other ones by keeping the balance of power between the citizenry and the government in check. They're really important. So I just wanted to say I really support the Second Amendment, and I'm glad that people are marching. I'm glad that no one got hurt. I would never have gone myself. I really like that the United States of America has a First and Second Amendment, and I think that people should be grateful for it because they don't really understand how much it helps them. Thanks for watching. I hope you weren't too surprised by my passion for this topic. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye. Also, please don't forget to donate at justthinkingoutloud.tv/donate. Also, subscribe if you're new and press the like button because that'd be awesome. You know, I've seen a lot of what the world can do, and it's breaking my heart in two. Something so sad you're leaving. Second Amendment, I'm grieving. But if you wanna leave, take good care. Even though there'll be more deaths out there, enough people voted so you'll be gone. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just on verbal promises. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. These people don't know what they're about to lose. Goodbye, Second Amendment. It was great while you were around.